and these are various organizations that handle your money. Well, let's expand this conversation further, and we want to bring in Anne Karanja, the Managing Director for Postbank. Many thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Abby.
And let's just start off from what's the significance of this day for Postbank, being one of the oldest banks in Kenya?
Okay, thank you very much. Now, the significance of the World Savings Bank Savings Day for Postbank is the fact that Postbank is the only savings bank in this country, pure savings bank, and it was created by the government for purposes of encouraging thrift and to inculcate a savings culture among Kenyans. So we are very passionate about savings, and we celebrate this day every year.
All right. And of course, Postbank, I remember the days when I was very young, and it was a bank that everyone had an account. In fact, there was a yellow book, if I'm not wrong.
Sure.
And things have evolved with time, and people are now saving money on their phones. People are saving money through their bank accounts, and the situation has continued to sort of mutate. As a country, where can we place financial services right now?
Well, it is true that the financial services have really evolved over time. With the introduction of mobile banking in the year 2007, we have seen a lot of financial inclusion through the mobile phone. But what I would like to say is that all the players who are encouraging Kenyans to save in whatever medium, they are playing a complementary role in that it is very important for Kenyans to, to have that habit of saving, because that way the country is going to develop. And how the country is going to develop is through, when you save, the government is able to get tax from the savers. And when you save, of course, you are creating wealth for yourself. And through wealth creation, the government will also be able to have a benefit out of it. Now, as far as Postbank is concerned, I want to say that the role that we have played from the year 1910, when we were set up by the government, it is a role that is very impactful to the nation, due to the fact that the Kenyans who have been able to learn how to save through our financial education and savings education programs, they are testimony that you do not have to have a lot of money to be able to save, because some of them started saving from very humble beginnings with very small income levels. And today, these are the big business people in this country who are running a number of businesses, employing people. And you see, when you create employment, you're also contributing to national development.
But Madam Karanja, looking at our savings culture right now, it is estimated that 30% ratio is what people save out of a population of 15 million who are working. And that's quite a negligible number if you were to compare this to other countries in Europe and also some advanced countries in Africa as well. Perhaps what needs to be done more to encourage people to save, even as you run a savings bank, and right now most of the banks have also changed their models?
Okay, first of all, to be able to save, you need an income. You need some disposable income to be able to save, and disposable income is what is left after taxation or after you pay your statutory deductions. Now, with that income, I think what is lacking is proper education, that you do not have to have a lot of money to be able to save. Now, Postbank, we have played that role very well. The other reason why I would say Kenyans are not saving is because we seem to be a consumer society, whereby we do not manage our finances the way we should. Financial discipline is very important as far as savings is concerned. We need people to come up with a plan about their financial matters, to come up with an objective, and to be able to manage their incomes and expenditures in a small way. We call it a financial diary. If you keep a financial diary, you are able to list your income and track your expenses. The other issue is that there's a lot of impasse buying and comparing with peers. You want to live like your friend who graduated and maybe went in...
I see that a lot with the millennials.
Yes, there's a lot of peer pressure. And in the process, you find that the money that is supposed to go to savings, it is being used on consumer products, which are not critical, and you end up spending more than you are earning. In other words, Kenyans are living beyond their means. When you live beyond your means, what that means is that you are going to be looking for a loan to compensate for the shortfall.
Sure.
When you take a loan, and a loan is good when you take it for investment. When you take a loan, and you're taking that loan so that you can bridge your budget gap, it means you are going deeper into credit, and it is not helping you in any way. So what I would encourage Kenyans is to try and live within our means. And when we live within our means, and at least make it a point to save even 10% of the income that you get, and you automate it so that if you are employed, if you are working, in Postbank we have an account we call Save As You Earn. And that Save As You Earn account for the employed people, it becomes like taxation because you don't see the money. The money is deducted at source, and it goes to your savings account, and your money is locked.
Interesting. And
then you save for a purpose, because saving alone is not enough. You save so that you can invest your money and create wealth.
Awesome. And looking at the bigger picture right now, with heavy taxation on people and the high cost of living, you have little money that you can actually save. And I want you to pause on that. And of course, we'll be taking a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll be revisiting this conversation and expanding it further. And remember to send us in your feedback as we progress with this all-important conversation about saving and why it is important, even as the World Savings Day is being marked across the globe. My name is Abi.